Uh-huh. I totally understand what you're saying. I get you. I get you. But hey, listen, I really got to go because I have some important people that are waiting on me right now. Exactly. And time is precious and I really do value my time and I'm not going to keep them waiting. Sure, you can call me back, right? Because your time is very much important, but their time is also of great importance. And right now I am actually in their time. All right. So, let us talk right after, but I need to address this right now. It is an emergency. Thank you so much. All right. We will talk. All right. Take care. I'm so sorry, guys. I value your time very much, and I just want you to know that every single time that you have graced this platform, it is truly humbling for me to have you here. We're going to be talking about a number of things, but we just definitely want to thank those who are coming on for the first time and the recurring ones that kept on coming for the value that is being created today. So guys, let us get right into it. We have so much things to discuss. All right, let's go. Okay, so we want to look on a topic, right? What is self-esteem and how does self-esteem affects businesses, right? Awesome, right? Wouldn't you say? All right, let's get into it. All right, so think about this, guys. Self-esteem is considered to be, you having confidence in your worth or ability, right? And self-esteem is broken down into two categories. You have low self-esteem and you have high self-esteem. Now, when you look on it a little bit deeper, right, and you're trying to figure out how self-esteem can apply to business, it does affect business in so many different ways. And that is why it is important that a person understand their worth. You remember that video that I did? Because it really does connect with you having the right self-esteem level. Right? Now let me help you. I'm just going to use an example here. It does not mean that I am saying that all fast food restaurants are like that, right? There are so many business outlets that give off that type of energy, and I'm just using them as a quick example. Okay? But say for example, I'm hoping that persons can relate. You've gone into a fast food restaurant, you're looking to get a quick buy and get out of there. But by the time you approach, right, the cashier, you immediately pick up on some things. One, the physical appearance is not looking all well, right? They're looking a little bit unkempt. And also the attitude, the response that you're getting when asked a certain question, it is not comfortable, it's not inviting, right? The words seem a little bit nonchalant and slow with response and things of the nature, right? And just down. You're having a bright day before, and the moment you step into that fast food place, you feel as if your energy is doing this, right? And ultimately feeling as if you're losing control and you have walked into a place feeling all negative, right? If you are not careful, it can also allow you to start to feel upset or become angry because this was not what you have set out to do. So that person, you can ultimately start to pick up that they struggle with a self-esteem issue. They don't think nothing much of themselves. They're always so negative, right? Whether with responses and towards others, towards a particular thing, and so on and so on. So this is just one example that I'm highlighting. And how is it affecting business? Because ultimately, when you go into places of the nature to do business, and you're getting that immediate feedback or pushback, you're not interested anymore. You want to take your business elsewhere. Matter of fact, you want to escalate it very quickly because can I see your manager, or I need to speak to your supervisor because you're ultimately now you're getting in a place of being so upset. Ultimately you are feeling so angry because this person is rubbing you wrong, and you're trying to get a solution to the issue. And furthermore, if that supervisor is a no-show or manager is a no-show, or they're even not giving you that feedback that you're looking for, you're even worse going to feel as if, my God, what is happening? And you may think that the place is a madhouse. So you would have not wanted to go into your pocket, swipe your card, and do any sort of business with them. Now, as I said, fast food restaurants are just an example, right? I've seen it in the banks, I've seen it gas station, I've seen it in takeout places. There's so many different areas, right? All because persons are struggling with having a self-esteem problem that has not been dealt with, that has not been corrected, and ultimately it comes into the working world, and it is being feed off and being pushed off on others and affecting the business. No, if this is not corrected over time, you find that the business will receive a lot of negative reports and feedbacks, reviews, and all of that. And there could be lawsuits that are intertwined into that whole mix as well. And ultimately the business can be closed down and everybody is in a worse situation than before. And that is why it is very imperative that these things are addressed very quickly, because you don't want a situation where it is not addressed properly, and before you can nip it in the bud, it gets out of control like a wildfire, and then everything just burns, right? So it's very important that self-esteem is corrected, and it's not low that is affecting you and persons around you. But we do have situations where persons are struggling with low self-esteem. How do you correct it too from the individual perspective? And I'm saying to you, if you find yourself in that boat because there are problems at bay, you are having problems in your relationship, you are having problems in your financial life, you're having problems in your spiritual life, you're having problems in your family life, you're having problems in all these different areas, you're getting older and you're wondering what is happening, right? You have bills, you have debts, student loan, and all of these things, car notes, right? The mortgage, all of these things might be on the mind that is bombarding the spirit, and you do not have a solution in place. So it is playing on your spirit, man, and ultimately causing you to have a negative disposition that is going to be sent out there, and it can affect your personal business if you have one that is trying to get started or that you're a part of, and cause that business demise. Think about this, guys. If you were coming on here and I was like, hey guys, how are you doing? I'm here just chilling. That is sending a negative connotation off the bat, and I will not have a lot of persons that are very much interested to even listen, to go even further, to what I have to say, because my physical, responses and all of that is giving off a certain energy, especially you going to work and wanting to, to view something very upbeat and something that can lift your spirit and add some value to you, and you tap on that video and you're hearing that, I know you will be running. You will be running in the next direction quickly, and I could do nothing to gain you back. Understand? Now, let us look on high self-esteem. How does high self-esteem ultimately affects business? So just like the example that I showed earlier, right, having the low self-esteem, having a high self-esteem can also be of a detrimental point of view. That person is overly confident, right? And a lot of errors can be made, a lot of mistakes, right? So you've gone maybe a same scenario, or let us use a bank this time. You've gone into the bank and you're trying to make a transaction done, and you're trying to get some assistance. The time is there because these things go, especially when you're in the bank at a certain time of the month, certain time of the day. Everybody wants to be attended to, and you're trying to get some aid, and there is someone, a teller or agent, that you're trying to get help from, and the response in which you are getting it is just feeling rude and disrespected. Especially they're looking physically well, they're looking nice, they're smelling nice, but they have an attitude, and they're like, you gotta wait, sir, you gotta wait, ma'am, I don't have any time for you. And we have all those persons that need to be dealt with, and you're getting those type of responses, right? And you feel as if you are being looked down on because you're wondering if they are the owner of the banking institution, right? Because of how they are behaving, right? And you are trying to even get a word in and trying to get a solution for the problem that you have on hand, and again it feels as if you're not getting anywhere because that person is overly confident, right? So instead of having that balance, right, and in the first scenario where it was lower, this is very much high and it is coming off very rudely. Now, how it affects business from a standpoint that you feel disrespected, you feel cheated, you feel as if this organization does not have your best aim in mind and can serve you ultimately. And what do you want to do? You want to take your business elsewhere, right? And you're going to write that review, you're going to make that report, you're going to make that phone call, you're going to make that email. Chances are you may even pull out every single monies that you have, right, and bonds and so on within that financial institution, and you have cut your losses and you're out. Why? Because of a one individual that is having an overly confident situation. They're not trying to really solve the problem, they're escalating the problem, and ultimately you're affected, right? They're affected without even knowing it directly, because once this gets out, if it's not corrected, the financial institution can come under a lot of strain, a lot of pressure, and by the time you want to correct it, if it is not corrected much sooner, and everybody is on the same page, then what tends to happen now is that it's feeling chaotic, right? News is spreading very quickly, because we know with people things get to spread very quickly, all right? And then one individual cause the whole, right, branch and that name of that institution to come under a lot of scrutiny, right? So we can see two different scenarios where one is of a low and one is of a high, and it is causing problems. So ultimately, guys, you want to know that when you have a business, you have to have the notion that you have that business because you're trying to achieve, you're trying to fulfill, you're trying to meet persons and resolve, bring a solution to a need that they have. And how you do this, you have to take into consideration, how do you want to be served? Because once you have that question for yourselves, you can start to look on things a lot wider and a lot deeper. So you're not thinking of any one of the scenarios that I have given. It's really important for you to have a balanced self-esteem, right? You're not overly, you're not underly, and you are just giving that response, that respect, the right attitude, right emotion on the right level. The moment you feel as if things are trying to swing either way, you are able to nip it, you're able to correct it, you're able to use the I statements, and you're able to move on from that. For example, right, something is getting out of hand, right? I'm so sorry, I apologize, all right, the intention was not to. Let me get some assistance for you, things of the nature. It helps to kind of break the ice. Whether you're out there physically or you're out there on social media, ultimately what's going to happen is that you would have need to learn all these information now, so that you can limit, guys, right, having these sort of challenges because one, your self-esteem is in check. Come on, say it with me. My self-esteem is in check, right? So these are just some of the things that we want to take into consideration. The moment you are thinking about doing something or getting something done, think about this, guys. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If we're living by that mantra, guys, I'm telling you, it makes the world of a difference, right? Now, guys, you know that you have been getting value. And if you believe that, this channel has been adding amazing value to you, please do not hesitate to click that notification bell, right? Click that thumbs up button and leave a positive feedback. Someone is going to get benefit from what you're offering. It's my pleasure. Again, thank you for being with me on Release Billions. Until next time, guys. Peace.